You can really use AI to assist and optimize your business to an extraordinarily high degree. You just need to figure out where are the holes in your business that can be optimized and automated to a much higher degree than it already is. Let's take an HVAC business, for example. There was someone in the comments at an HVAC energy consultant business. So, Matthew, if I was going into your business and I was looking to see where I would tap in to try and automate and potentially scale the business to the highest possible degree, I would first look at how you're getting leads right now. And right now, you're getting all referral leads, which is great. That means you have a great product, but it probably also means you're just reliant upon one of your customers recommending and you have some downtime. So, you need to figure out a way to get more leads. So, to actually get more leads, I think that's going to take a lot of hands-on actually doing the work yourself, unfortunately. But how can you get more leads? One, I would start off by building a website that has good SEO on the background, which just means hopefully you will rank quasi-high for Google. So if someone searches HVAC businesses near me, you would be the first one to pop up. So you can get that organic traffic. And because you're such a searchable business, I would actually be trying to rank for certain words, like whatever the main thing that you're doing. Let's say, why is my energy bill so expensive? Then you would potentially have a search keyword on your website for if someone types that in, your website's number one because you're an energy consultant, how to lower your energy prices today. So then they'd click on your website, they would go through your sales funnel, which is another thing you would have to make. You could actually just have a phone call. This is where you could actually use AI assisted. You could have a chat bot that would answer any frequent questions that they would have. So that lead, that potential customer who's looking at your website, they are no longer a missed lead. A big thing with those local businesses that's so common is, let's say if you look up restaurants near me or a haircut or hair salon near me, if you look that up, you call them and they don't answer, you don't just say, oh, I'm just going to wait for this guy to call me back. I'm just going to go and look at the next option. But if you have an AI that can answer the phone and kind of lead them in direction to answer frequently questions and actually book the appointment from the online service, then you can really make some leeways, because that is a crucial thing that a lot of small businesses are missing out on, is just those not having someone answering the phone or not having some sort of text opt-in option to where they're constantly getting instant feedback. And then hopefully booking an appointment for the next day or the other day. And you can actually use AI to help you build a website. You can have it kind of replicate some other website that you like. I don't know what AI does it, but I know it's probably pretty expensive. But that is taking away a web designer. You can use AI to build the website and then have all these integrations already mapped into it. It's going to take some time. It's actually going to be difficult because you're going to be learning a new skill and you probably don't know how to build a website and you probably don't know how to add an AI integration into your website. So then you're going to have to watch a YouTube video how to add an AI integration to a website on Squarespace or whatever provider you use. Because running a business usually involves taking so many small other skills and stacking them on top of each other. Or you can pay someone to build you a website and add all those into you. Depends on how you roll. But it's not as easy as just, hey, let's just start it up. AI is going to be cranking out stuff. And then what I would do if you want to get more leads, if this is going to be getting you further down the line, if you really want to start to scale, what I would do is I would have an Instagram, TikTok page, YouTube Shorts, and all those other things where I would have targeted videos for my ideal clientele. Let's say it is, you could do paid ads, which I think would be highly effective on Facebook and other things, but you could also do organic reach, and you could start some sort of energy consulting online because right now, if you're running an in-person HVAC and energy consultant business, you are forced to be around the people that are in your area. You have to drive there. But let's say I have a buddy, for example, who lives in Island of the Man, which is outside of Britain, a little tax haven, kind of similar to Puerto Rico, but for the UK. And he said his energy bill for his company went up over 350%. So let's say your business could help him lower his energy cost. I guarantee you he would pay a shit ton of money for his energy bill to get lowered if, let's say, a few tweaks that he could make. So that is an example. Let's say you had a social media where you talked about all of those things and you had all these targeted posts go into your ideal audience and they find it. And then they try and opt into your email and they pay for a consultant. Let's say it's $1,000 to help them for one phone call. Just throwing numbers up my ass. You help him, he gets his value, you get your value. That is a way that you can grow a consulting business on top of whatever you're doing right now. And then what I would do is, because you would have these leads coming in because your social medias are growing, but that's another skill that you need to learn, which is going to not be a walk in the park, and it's probably going to be very slow at the beginning, but it really has an asymmetrical bell curve where the tail is super wide. The longer you go out, the longer you do it, and the better you get. Uh, and then scaling using AI, there's small things that you can do in there, but it doesn't do it for you. It is AI assists certain things, right? I use AI to assist taking transcripts and rewriting them, but a person still needs to go in there, and the person makes up for 70% of the results, even if AI does most of the work. It's just the human aspect is still so important. AI is unfortunately not strong enough to do everything on its own, but it optimizes things. If you have an in-person sales team, AI can listen into each phone call and get the tone of your salesperson and the client or the potential customer in the lead, so you can see if there's a mismatch as to what's going on, and AI can read that and tell by the tonality of the voices how the call went, and it can aggregate all this data, and then that will help you improve your people. It will help you get more leads, and it can help you with that lead process, but it won't do it on its own. So let's actually just talk about scaling the business. What would I do if I were building your HVAC company? You said you didn't want to hire people, but what the problem with that is let's say you've hired people in the past, like myself. I've hired a bunch of people, and those people didn't perform as well as you thought they would. Well, Matthew and Josh, is the problem there the people that you hired, or was it your inability to hire properly? Because it's most likely the latter and not the former, because there are great hires out there if you hire the right people. If you are an entrepreneur, I personally think I need to take full accountability for the people that I hire now. If they suck, that means I sucked at hiring them. And it probably wasn't even just me sucking at hiring them. It's more so you need to have some sort of key performance metric that each person knows that they can track to know if they're doing a good or bad job. So then you have a predefined role for that person when they come in, so they know if they're doing good or bad. I don't know what it would be for your HVAC company, but that's something that you would have to figure out. What is it that needs to be done that you can track if they're doing a good or a bad job? Is it customer satisfaction? How do you track that? Is it the actual job getting done, or is it getting done effectively on time? I don't know. What would that be for you? Is it doing a certain amount of jobs? That is really a question that you would need to answer, and then have a key performance indicator that your employees can track, or you can just hire them out as independent contractors and see. That would make it a whole lot easier, but you really need people to scale. That's what I'm learning working with all of these people. You can make some money by yourself, but it is feasibly impossible to grow a massive business and scale past $50,000 a month, really, if you are doing it by yourself. It is just so unrealistic to think that you can do everything on your own, and you can handle every single minuscule task. It's just not likely. So, Matthew, I wish I had a better AI answer, but I'm using AI in a very particular concept that am only using it for like certain tasks, not actually to really help me scale my business, but just optimize and efficientize things that I'm currently doing. It is helping me scale because each person can do more work, and more effectively. They could do the work of maybe 5-10 people in a day, but it right now, what I'm doing with AI is I'm taking the transcripts of long form videos, I'm turning them into email blasts, Twitter threads, blog post, LinkedIn post, all the written apps. And the goal with that is to get them onto an email sequence, onto a lead magnet. And I make those lead magnets usually using AI. But it's always assisted. I'm not using only AI because it doesn't sound human. I hired someone who does all the assisting the AI. And then you can also use AI to help you find video clips that would potentially do well, but you still need the person there to kind of touch it up and make sure it actually does look good and plug in the things that need to be plugged in. So you still need another person on the end. It just makes each person more effective. So if I were looking at a business, what I would want to see is, what is the biggest hassle right now that one person is doing for a job? So I would ask you, what role is it Because usually, as a business owner, you have many roles that you're fulfilling at a time. What role is usually the most annoying that takes a lot of time, but you're doing online? And then I would try and think, okay, I would ask AI, I would type in exactly what I'm doing and say, is there a way to do this more effectively? And then I would try and figure out a way to see if I could automate that using AI. But you really don't know until you actually look at the business. And if none of it's online, then it's only really going to help you with the online part, unfortunately, which is going to be hopefully help you get more leads by AI assisting you with content, assisting you with the websites. So, assisting you with the SEO to help your website rank higher on Google, assisting you with paid ads, because I think paid ads direct people near you searching for the same problems that you're solving. Uh, I think that's the best way to go about it. But AI alone is, I don't think, going to magically 10x your business. It's still going to take some people managing that AI. I hope that answers that question. Matthew, goodbye. And everyone else, I guess, that could also be watching this.